Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock, Drogheda. My name's Nick Park and I'm taking us through a series of teachings, little short 5-minute teachings, where we look at the books of the Old Testament and see Jesus there. All the 39 books of the Old Testament, we see Jesus, not just once, not just twice, but many times. He's on almost every page of the Old Testament, which is only what we should expect, because he is both the theme of the entire Bible and he is the key through which we can understand the Bible and interpret it correctly. And we've now reached the book of Zechariah. And Zechariah, his name means God remembered. And he prophesied at the same time as the last prophet we were talking about, the last book, which was Haggai. And it was at the time whenever Jerusalem was being rebuilt and now the temple was being rebuilt. And in Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 1, we find a verse that says, "A fountain will be opened to the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, to cleanse them from sin and impurity." What kind of fountain could that be? Does it refer to one of the fountains of water that existed in Jerusalem and can still be located to this day? Well, no, because a fountain of water could never cleanse sin. The book of Hebrews makes that very clear. In Hebrews chapter 9:22, it says that sin can only be taken away by the shedding of blood. And so this fountain, that is for the cleansing of sin and impurity, refers to the fountain that flowed from Jesus' side when he was on the cross, whenever his side was pierced and outflowed water and blood. As the hymn writer said, "Be of sin the double cure, cleanse me of its guilt and power, cleanse me of both sin and impurity." And Hebrews chapter 9 verse 14 speaks about a fountain, the blood of Jesus, that has been opened up to us for cleansing. Hymn writers and songwriters have tied into this theme again and again to stress that in Jesus we found the true fountain for the cleansing of sin. Whether it's the children's chorus, some of you, if you went to Sunday school in an evangelical church as a child, will have sung a chorus that says, "Deep and wide, there's a fountain flowing deep and wide." The hymn writer William Cowper wrote a wonderful old gospel hymn, which I still love to hear it sung. "There is a fountain filled with blood, drawn from Emmanuel's veins, and sinners plunged beneath that flood lose all their guilty stains." You know, the wonderful thing about a fountain is it's an idea of an abundance of water. It's not just a little bowl of water. It's not just a bath full of water, but it is a fountain. It's flowing. Again, as the children's chorus says, "Flowing for me, flowing for you. There's a fountain flowing deep and wide." And I'm so glad that Zechariah prophesied about this fountain that God would open up to cleanse the people of God from sin and impurity. And I'm so glad that we've discovered that that fountain is in Jesus Christ. Because there was a day when I came to Jesus and I was dirty, I was sinful, I was in a mess, I was in a dreadful place, and I felt like I was so dirtied and soiled that I could never be clean again. But Jesus cleansed me in that fountain, which is his blood flowing for you and flowing for me. So I'm so glad that Zechariah prophesied about it, but I'm so glad it wasn't just speaking about some physical fountain in the city of Jerusalem, interesting as they are, and I've been and seen some of them, but I'm so glad that it was talking about the blood of Jesus flowing for you and flowing for me. May God bless you today. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock, Drogheda.